Yo. Welcome into the ChrisBeCappinn show, man. Today is still August the 26th, but this show will be for August the 27th. Video probably drop sometime later tonight. Right now, um, it's about 9:30 on the East Coast. We saw Golden State absolutely mollywop Connecticut. Kind of felt like that was gonna happen. Didn't bet it though. And Toronto plays Seattle. That line is up to 6.5, and there's no way I could be taking Seattle, man. I said it yesterday. Didn't bet the game. Don't like it at all. I think it's probably the worst game. I'd rather watch paint dry. Gonna be a terrible game in my opinion. But we got two games for tomorrow. We're going to jump right into those, man. Actually, let me see. I wanted to share some information with you guys. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. All right. Let's jump into it for tomorrow, man. Short on time, no Jackson again, but it's always linked in the description if you guys are interested in checking it out. Just use that link in the description when you sign up, and it'll save you some coin as well. So let's jump into it. Hopefully you guys made some money tonight, man. Whatever it is that you bet. I did not bet anything. Golden State, New York tomorrow, -3.5. This line is up from. It opened like you could have got Golden State, New York plus a half a point on Bet Rivers. -1.5, it looks like on everywhere else, and in total was at 163.5. And now we've seen pretty much four points of movement, 3 points of movement. New York is now laying 3.5, all the way up to 4.5 on Bet Rivers, and total still sitting about 162.5. There is a 163.5 on FanDuel. Let's jump into the matchup, man. So of course we know that the injury report is pretty clean. I think Satu is going to continue to be out for New York. And then Golden State can submit the injury report late. They're on the second leg of a back-to-back, of course. But they crushed the Connecticut Sun. I mean, that game was over with before it started. They got out to like a 25-point lead before halftime. And I was looking through the minutes. None of their starters played big minutes in that game. I actually was going to live bet a lot of the Golden State player props under, but I didn't even see if they was available or not. That would definitely would have cashed. I think Kayla Thornton and Veronica Burton both played 20 minutes, and they were able to rest everybody else. Nobody else played. Like Gabby Williams played 16. Kia Stokes played 13. Xander Sealy only played 11. Like their bench play, even Janelle Salon, she had 15, but it was a efficient 5 for 8, 15, only 18 minutes. Yeah, I mean, they just got the job done yesterday. Ching played 20 minutes. Like they did a really good job of managing the minutes yesterday, specifically because they shot the ball so well. The team total overcashed as well, too. I didn't still just kicking myself for not playing that. Anyway, to tomorrow. So Golden State has beaten Connecticut. They beat Minnesota. So it's back-to-back wins. This is the back-to-back, of course, with short travel because it doesn't take that long to get from Connecticut to New York, of course. And this is to be the fourth straight road game for them. They got a 5-game road trip overall. The next game will be in Portland, back on the West Coast. And I think it's on Sunday or Monday, something like that. Don't quote me on that. I looked at the Valks when they have been catching points as a road dog, and they are 5-4 straight up and 6-3 against the number. So they look good, including 4-0 straight up and against the spread in their last four. Looks really good. However, they're 0-4 straight up and 1-3 against the number when they're road dogs with less rest than their opponent. It's something about, and I've been saying this all season, it's something about the Valkyries and having more rest than their opponent. If they're at home, they're great. I'm talking about like I think their ATS record is like 12-1, 13-1, something like that. And if they're on the road with more rest, when Natalie Nicasio has more time to prepare for you than you do for her, it's typically not good for you, man. But when they're less rested, again, 0-4 straight up and 1-3 against the number if they're road dogs with less rest than their opponent. And it's typically been their defense. They're allowing 88 points per game in this spot. We know that this is the best defense in the W. And 3 of their 4 opponents have actually gone up and over their team total. So these kind of point to New York for tomorrow. On the Liberty side of things, it is a favorable spot for them. 3 days of rest. They got the nice win against the New York Liberty. We got them right the other day when they did play that game. Saturday, Sunday, whenever that was. And they got Phoebus back in the lineup, which, helped them cover their first game in 5 because they were 0-4 ATS in their 4 games before that. No travel here because it's back-to-back home games. It sets up for a really nice spot. And I was looking at the New York Liberty this year when they're at home and Phoebus is playing 8-1, both straight up and against the number this season. So you like the New York Liberty in the spot. They do have double revenge as well. Golden State beat them by 17 earlier in New York, and then Golden State beat them at home by 9. Covered both spreads. And interestingly enough, ironically enough, when these two teams have played both this year and 3 times that they played last year, all 5 games have actually gone under the number. So for whatever reason, New York we know New York plays better defense at home anyway. They're on the road. You just automatically take the over. You don't even got to see who they playing against. They could be playing against a kindergarten team. It's going over. But when they're at home, I think I gave you guys the numbers a little bit against the Indiana Fever, and they typically are a much more under team. Trends just say take New York, man. I kind of wanted to find a way to get to Golden State with them being on the second leg of a back-to-back with short travel, and the money kind of moving towards New York. But I guess it should be 3.5. The Liberty, they do a pretty good job defending the 3-point line. We know Golden State likes to, that's where they like to shoot the basketball from. With Fever's back, that's definitely gonna help out New York's defense. Maybe Golden State just wears down in this spot. I looked at home favorites with more than 2 days rest, facing an opponent that's unrested, and they are pretty good. 25-6 straight up, and 20-11 against the number. That's 65% that says take New York. I also looked at road dogs who were playing their 4th straight road game unrested. So 4th straight road game, catching points on the road with no rest. 2-13 straight up, and 4-11 against the number. That says to also take the New York Liberty and fade the Golden State Valkyries in this spot. I don't know if I'm gonna do that though, man. I kind of want to find a way to play Golden State, even if it's just early. Maybe they got a little bit of momentum coming in from last night. The longer the game goes on, in my opinion, it does favor New York though, especially with it being that 4th of a 5-game road trip. So those are my quick thoughts. Player prop wise, we'll talk about it in just a second. Anything that I absolutely love, if I'm being completely honest. Always hard to bet Valkyrie player props. It's just not something I enjoy doing with my money. And on the New York side of things, if I'm looking at anybody, I think it's probably like I don't know, man. I kind of feel like Jocko Jones could have a big game tomorrow, just looking at some of this stuff, but we'll talk about it in just a second. Let's get to the next one. Washington and Phoenix, last game on the board. This one open. Washington laying 2.5 on most books, and it's up to 3.5, which is exactly where it should be. Total open 167. Yeah, 167 is still hovering around 167. And I didn't mention this, but when I did the show yesterday, man, did I not have a great card. Or 2 nights ago, whenever that was. Golden State, Washington had played Phoenix, and I told you guys I like the over because Kelsey Plum was coming back. She is listed as questionable tomorrow. I don't really think it matters if she plays or not. Washington is the better team. Phoenix has nothing to play for. Like, it's really kind of easy for me as far as the side goes. Like, I just think, like, I'll give you guys my notes, but like, Kelsey Plum plays, you get a better number with Washington, and just the same way we saw it last night. And Washington, they've owned Phoenix now 2-0 straight up and against the number. Of course, they just beat them. Both games went over the number, 168.5, 167.5. Washington has actually won 2 straight now, 4 of their last 5, 7 of their last 10. And I mentioned this the other day, but if they're not playing against the Valkyries, it wasn't the Valkyries, it was the Aces and the Lynx. Their last 3 losses have come against those 2 teams. Twice to the Aces and then once to the Lynx. They've been just balling, man. They played in 4 straight overs. Offensively, you can trust them now. That sounds absolutely diabolical, saying that you can trust the Washington Mystics to score. It is the first leg of a back-to-back. They got a game against the Sparks on, what is that, Saturday? On Friday. So we'll see what that brings for Washington. I don't think that it's too much of a look-ahead spot. If anything, maybe they don't play as much defense. And again, Phoenix, not that you want to keep kicking them while they're down, but they have nothing to play for. 0-3 straight up and against the number in their last 3 games. 4 of their last 5 have gone over the number, and that's what I like in this game as well. My philosophy, again, and I've been saying this for like the last couple of days, is that bad teams that's not going to the playoffs, they don't care about defense because they don't want to get hurt. They're just trying to ride the season out. Not give that much effort on the defensive end so they don't get hurt, but, continue to score the basketball. In their last 5 games, just to kind of back this up, the Phoenix Mercury have given up 94 to the Washington Mystics. That was 2 nights ago. They gave up 99 to the Atlanta Dream. That was also at home a couple nights ago, no travel. 88 to the Portland Fire. And this was the Diana Taurasi jersey retirement game. That let you know that they just kind of cooked. They gave up 87 to the Los Angeles Sparks, and then 95 to the Washington Mystics. So those are the last 5 games. I mean, they're just giving up points relentlessly. And you look at Washington in the last game. Washington shot 51% from the field, 43% from the 3-point line. They got the 94 points in that game. They also took 15 free throws and missed 5 of them. Phoenix also shot 47% from the field. So both teams shot pretty well from the field, but they only shot 18% from three. If anything, they probably make a few more threes. And this one definitely goes over the number. So I like it going back up and over. We'll see if Kelsey Plum plays. I also think, the cherry on top is that Washington has to keep something in the tank for the Sparks the next night. So probably won't see it on the defensive end, maybe a little bit more on the offensive end. They're playing with a little bit more pace. They're scoring the basketball a little bit more efficiently. And Kiki Arifin and Shakir Austin still got the same matchups, just down there bullying people. The other thing, and this was also the double cherry on top, if you're thinking about the Washington side, is that if you look at the standings, Washington's actually currently in 7th place. But they're only 2 games behind Atlanta for the final, the 4th seed in the final, home court advantage spot in the first round. So Washington has a lot to play for, man. That's huge, given their home record, because Washington's been really, really good. They've typically been getting points at home as a dog, and they've been the best ATS team in the W getting points as a dog, even though they did lose their last one against the Minnesota Lynx. That should be, all the motivation that they need. Phoenix don't really got any motivation. So I like Washington minus the 3.5, and I do like over. However, I would want Kelsey Plum in, and I'm not going to lie to you guys. I wrote my notes, and I'm looking at the stuff, and I'm writing all the stuff down, and I just read it to you guys. The one thing I did not write down, because I kind of kept it up on the screen over here, I wanted to share real quick, is that when I was looking at the Mystics, let me just see if I can find it real quick. All right, so I was looking at the Mystics this season. If they are playing against you, if they've already beaten you once, and you could take all this with a grain of salt, maybe it don't even matter, because situationally it should be over and the Mystics should be able to score again. But situationally, if the Mystics if they've beaten you once, they're actually 8-4 to the under, and in the next game they stand under by about 11 points. That does not bode well for over here. However, the last 2 have gone over the number. So earlier trends were more under trends. Lately, it's been a little bit more over. If the Mystics beat you already and they're playing on the road, 3-1 to the under, stand under by average of 18 points. Only the Mercury game has gone over the number. The first 3 went under. On the opposite side of things, continuing, if the Mystics beat you and the previous time they beat you, the game went over, 4-1 to the under. This does not set up well for over tomorrow. If they beat you and it went over, and now they plan on playing you on the road, 2-1 to the under, staying under by about 13 points per game. And then conversely, for the Mercury, if the Mercury, hold on, let me just double check this. All right, cool. If the Mercury lost on an over and they're playing again, they're actually 6-3 to the over. So this makes it better. 6-3 to the over, going over by about 10 points per game. And if they're at home, 4-1 to the over as well. And they're still giving up 94 points per game. So this makes it a lot better. I think over. I think Mystics team total over. And I don't know. I kind of like Golden State plus the points tomorrow. Maybe early though, not full game. Full games don't make sense to me. But they have on this New York team. We'll see if New York can get back right. All right, quickly, let's go over to Outlier. And let's look at a couple of these player props. Kiki. Let's start with Kiki in that last game. I said I like over. Somebody got to score the points. I said I like Sonia Citron in that last game too. She went crazy. Sonia that's just how you beat them. Like, you just shoot a bunch of threes. I also said I like Georgia Moore. She went crazy in that game too. If we look at Kiki this season, this is a rebounds and assist line. She's over in back-to-back games against this Phoenix Mercury team. Her points prop listed at 14.5. She's coming off the 18-point game the other night. I kind of feel like you could flip-flop Kiki for a rebound prop at 9.5 as well. She's gone over that in multiple games against this team as well, and just kind of killing it recently. What is that? 5 of her last 7. She's hit at least 10 rebounds. But I kind of feel like because in her last game, she had 18 points, and you can see she's just been crushing this line over 14.5 and 5 straight. But because she had the big game in the last one, I kind of think you could flip flop, because I can never get, and this is why I never bet on them. I can never get her and Shakira Austin right. Not that both of them can't have a good game, but look at this. She goes over and Shakira goes under 16 points. And it's not even like she shoots the basketball. It's like they just kind of alternate. Not even like she shoots bad. Look at this. Just 7 for 11, 64%. She just doesn't take enough shots. But then boom, she'll get up to 18. And then you see some 20s in here. Back down to 9. Like it's difficult to try to figure out which one of these players are going to play well. Um, Georgia Amore, I said that I liked her just because she was shooting the ball a little bit more and just consistently as well. And I would definitely think that she's still in a pretty good spot. Her points prop the other day was 6.5, and I told you guys I like over. She barely got there, but she did get to 7. Um, she only hit 1 3. How many did she shoot? She shot 5. I love it. I think over 6.5 is another really good number for her at -112 on DraftKings. Over and 4 straight. The field goal attempts are there. The minutes are there. I think you just keep riding it. You see the 26.7 minutes field goals attempted. That's what I'm looking at. 6, 8, 6, and 9. So she probably shoots better than 33% because in her last 3 games she has. And this thing is a good spot, man. I do like it a lot. Georgia Moore again. Didn't bet it the other night, but definitely should have. And then that first game, let's see, what did I write down? If I'm looking on the other side, I think it's got to be Kalia Copper. Like, I will wait for Kelsey Plum to see if she's going to play, though. But Kalia Copper don't care. She's still out there trying to get hers. So I think that would be the way that I would look. As far as the other game, I do think there's a little bit of value on Phoebus. Let's see. I mean, she came back and went straight to 20 against the Indiana Fever the other day. But more so than that, her 3-pointers. Look at this. You can still get Phoebus at +137 on DraftKings to hit 2 threes. And, just this season in general, he's over the line in 10 out of her 16 games, good for 63%, averaging right at, a little under 2. But yeah, I think the looks will be there for her. Golden State's not the worst 3-point defense in the WNBA, but I think the looks will be there for her. You can see it on the full season. She's shooting 44%. You love to see that. First game back, she came back, she got up 5. So for her to hit 2 at plus money, I mean, why not? Why not? Yeah, that's what I like. I'm not going to look through Jocko Jones because I don't want to keep wasting all the time. But yeah, I think it's some really good player prop looks for tomorrow for sure. And I haven't really been playing a lot of them, but I'll probably fire off on a couple of those. And that'll be it. Let's get into a quick recap, man. Hit the like if you can. Subscribe if you guys have not. And let me recap y'all real quick and we'll get out of here. All right, so first up, we got what was the first game? I did all that talking. Hold on. Golden State and New York. I don't know, man. I don't know. Full game maybe. Golden State early though. I kind of feel like it's a play. Like I'm not. Yes, they beat the Indiana Fever. Indiana Fever don't play no defense, and that was also a terrible spot for Indiana. Like I kind of feel like I still need to see it with New York before I lay the 3.5. But it makes sense. I get it why the line's going up. I'm just not gonna be with the crowd on that one. I guess the sharp money pushed it up 2 points, but now it's up 2 points. So, do you want to get the worst of the number? Maybe it goes up to 4.5. I'm not sure, but I don't want to lay the points with the New York Liberty tomorrow. It feels too easy. And I know the Valkyries didn't play a lot of players tonight. So that's my thought. Under, I think, is the play. 5 of them have gone under so far. You really can't, bet on the Valkyries offense all the time, especially off a good shooting game like they had tonight. But I do think Washington is the right side. Minus 3.5. And I do think, just depending on who all plays, you love to get Kelsey Plum in again, but that 166.5 looks a little too low, man. Looks a little too low. Talked about the player props, but if you just came to watch the end of the show, then you got to go back and listen to that. I'm not going to write them here, but yeah, told you guys what I like, man. Best of luck on whatever it is that you guys are betting. Let's see, tomorrow's Thursday. Friday, we got 4 games, and the line's already out, so get to work on those, man. Resources all listed in the description. As always, Jackson Outline, Moneyball, Odds Jam. Guys, be sure to check these out. And enjoy the games. Enjoy the day. Catch you guys in the next one, man. I'm out.